Thanks to years and years of scientific research, we now know how volcanoes work, why earthquakes happen, and we no longer think the earth is flat. Well, some people still think it is. Believe it or not, there are a few places or phenomenon that has led scientists and experts scratching their heads. My name is Dennis, and on today's episode of the Fact Blitz, we will be looking at 5 impossible places that exist. Number 5. Underwater waterfall. So imagine taking a swim or scuba diving in the sea. Then all of a sudden you feel yourself caught in a strong current, like in the rapids, like this. Not only do you feel yourself being pulled out to sea or under the waves, but after a few minutes, you feel yourself falling over a cliff, like going over a waterfall and plunging deep into the depths of the sea. That would be extremely terrifying if this was actually real. This is just what this is on the tropical island of Mauritius, an optical illusion. It really may look like a waterfall under the sea, but it actually is sand and silt sediments being driven by the ocean currents to form this illusion. And thanks to the marine topography, different shades of blue are visible, and it is this unique harmony of shades or colors which creates this naturally occurring optical illusion. To have a full view of this masterpiece in all its glory, you will have to see it from the top. Probably have to use a drone or hitch a ride in a helicopter. Number 4. The Crooked Forest. The Crooked Forest is a grove of oddly shaped pine trees located near the town of Gryfino, West Pomerania in Poland. It has been estimated that these pine trees, numbering about 400, were planted in the 1930s. This looks like a place where you expect to see a magical creature. Not only is the shape of these trees weird, but the fact that they bend sharply towards the north before growing upwards has baffled scientists over the years. So what possibly could alter a tree in this way? The weather? War? Aliens? Some hypothesize that a unique gravitational pull in this particular area could have caused the trees to grow curved, but this theory does not fly since gravity pulls things downward and not in the curve. There have been a number of theories, but the one that seems much more likely is that they were altered to grow this way by farmers. The town of Gryfino was abandoned during the Second World War until the 1970s, so the people who were there and probably had the answer to the mystery of the Crooked Forest are likely now gone forever. Number 3. The fairy circles. Okay, so the first time you see these things, you probably think someone deliberately made them, but they have been one of nature's greatest mysteries. These fairy circles are primarily located in the harsh Namib Desert, which can be found along the Atlantic coast of Angola, Namibia, and South Africa. The circles or rings range in size from about 2 meters to 15 meters in diameter and consist of bare patches of soil surrounded by rings of grass. There has been a long debate about the causes or origins of the fairy circles, and some of these investigations and hypothetical theories have included the mundane and supernatural. One likely scientific theory states that plants create the reservoirs by growing in a ring, which prevents other plants from having access to the little water collected on their patches, which they themselves access through their long roots. Another likely scientific theory also states that the fairy circles are created by sand termites that live underneath the patches, which act as a kind of water reservoir. Number 2. The Katatumbo Lightning. Have you ever heard the saying that lightning never strikes the same place twice? Forget it, because in this context, it loses all meaning. On a perfect night, a lake in the northern part of Venezuela hosts thousands of lightning strikes every hour, averaging about 260 lightning storm days a year. The phenomenon known variously as the Beacon of Maracaibo, Katatumbo Lightning, or the Everlasting Storm, occurs over and around Lake Maracaibo, typically over the area formed where the Katatumbo River flows into the lake. The Katatumbo Lightning is so bright that it can be seen from about 400 kilometers, and it is said that the sailors of the colonial era used it for navigation. Number 1. The Boiling River. When you think of the Amazon, what usually comes to mind? Terrifying flesh-eating piranhas, giant and slithery anaconda snakes, or a tribe of warrior women? The Amazon basin is filled with mysteries, legends, and myth, and one of these has to do with a tributary of the Amazon River, the Timpishka. This river on a regular day looks like an average river with a little bit of mist hanging over it, but any unfortunate creature that falls into it gets boiled alive. Although the Timpishka was known by local shamans and the indigenous people for hundreds of years, the boiling river has only been recently made public to the modern world after a geophysicist, Andres Russo, took an interest in a story his grandfather had told him when he was a child. The Timpishka measures from around 45 degrees Celsius to about 94 degrees Celsius at its hottest. Well, the temperature may not exactly be the boiling point of water, but who wants a cup of tea to the side of boiled frog legs? And on that delicious treat, this episode of the Fact Blitz has come to an end. If you have any comments or suggestions, let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoy the content you see on this channel, be sure to subscribe, comment, like, and share, as doing this helps keep me motivated to push out more videos. I hope to see you on the next episode of the Fact Blitz. Stay safe and God bless.